In the remote foothills of the Himalayas, nestled amidst a dense, tranquil forest, stood a sacred and ancient Buddhist monastery. It was a place untouched by noise. No bells rang there, no chants echoed. Only silence prevailed, deep, devoted, unwavering silence. Here lived Master Dhammabodhi, an elderly, serene monk of immense wisdom. Disciples from across the world came to him, some in search of truth, others seeking peace, and many yearning to discover their true selves. One morning, a young seeker named Nandak arrived at the silent monastery. For years, a question had stirred restlessly within him, a question he had asked many scholars, yet none had given an answer that touched his soul. He bowed at the master's feet and gently asked, "Master, may I ask you a question?" The master looked at him with calm eyes and nodded. "Ask." Taking a deep breath, Nandak said, "Master, I've often heard that silence speaks, that there is a sound in silence. But I've never been able to hear it. Can you tell me, what is the sound of silence?" The master neither smiled nor looked surprised. He simply stood and said, "Come, walk with me." They set off on a path behind the monastery. It was early morning. The sun had just begun painting colors across the sky. Birds chirped softly in the trees, and the dew-drenched grass whispered beneath their feet. The trail led to a lake, serene, still, and blue, surrounded by tall trees. The master sat by the lake. Nandak quietly sat beside him. For a while, both remained silent. The air carried the rustling of leaves, a distant call of a cuckoo, and the faint lapping of water. Then the master asked, "Tell me, what do you hear?" Nandak focused, opening his senses to nature's whispers. "Master, I hear the wind rustling through the leaves, the gentle lapping of the lake, and somewhere far, a cuckoo calling." The master asked, and Nandak listened deeper. "I hear my own breath, the soft brushing of your robe, perhaps even a deer walking through the woods." The master looked into his eyes. "Anything else?" Nandak paused and said, "No, master, nothing more." The master closed his eyes and softly said, "Now listen to the silence, not the sounds, not the lake, not the wind, just silence." Nandak was puzzled. Listen to silence? How can one hear what is no sound? But he obeyed. He closed his eyes. Gradually, he began to let go of every sound, of the cuckoo, the leaves, the water, even his breath, until he reached a point where there was nothing. No outer sound, no inner noise, just a void, a complete emptiness. And then something was there, a subtle vibration, a presence that wasn't loud, yet wasn't absent either. It was like space itself was speaking, not in words, but in pure experience. Nandak slowly opened his eyes. Tears welled up. "Master, I heard something," he whispered. The master gently smiled. "That is the sound of silence."